Of course, nothing is no guarantee in this league. Nothing is guaranteed at all. No, there's no guarantee of anybody staying healthy or getting injured or anything of that nature. But, in this situation, I feel like Kawhi has given us something to hold on to. He's given us some type of security, and he's given us something positive to hold on to in regards to his health. Kawhi was asked late Tuesday in regards how did he feel, and he said he feels a lot better than even what he did last year. Coming off the ACL, trying to overcompensate on one knee to the other and trying to, just not think too much and go out there and play and be yourself, and not try to get in your own head too much and allow the demons to surface in. He basically said that he's feeling good. He's ready to go. And what you see in here is the same thing on the screen, because he says he's ready to go. And he says that, he's going out there, just to go out there and play and, be himself as much as possible. And, that's good news, surrounding, Clippers Nation, because, he's everything to Clippers Nation. Him and Paul George, they're everything to Clippers Nation. I mean, without them two, it would look real bleak for them to win a championship. I would say that at the very most, or so, or at the very least. But the fact that Kawhi is feeling good and ready to go, that's definitely positive. I really hate the fact of, what we heard about Terrence Mann not going to be in the starting lineup because of his ankle injury. But, hopefully he recovers from that pretty quickly, because the Clippers are definitely going to need, his expertise in regards to being the two-way stud that he is, So I hopefully he gets a speedy recovery. I don't think it's definitely not long-term. It's a high ankle sprain, I think it is, or something like that. So he might be out for a week or two, give or take. And, he's young, so he'll recover a lot quicker than, what somebody older would. So, that's definitely a positive thing there. But, hopefully this team doesn't get, injury riddled, like they have the last several years, because now they're going to take the regular season serious. We definitely want to see what they look like in regular season form, because, the thing with the Clippers is, I'm not saying that Kawhi has missed games because of he wasn't hurt. He was hurt, I believe, and he said that, and I definitely believe he was hurt. He's been hurt for years. He's had injuries that's been noted, and definitely, out there since he's been on the Spurs. But I feel like the Clippers haven't taken the regular season as serious as they should have the last few years because of all the talent that they have. And now that they are, I feel like, it really might turn their whole everything around in a positive way, because they're actually looking at it from a different perspective. And hopefully everything works out for them. And hopefully, they find a way to get a championship. Even a team like the Denver Nuggets, the way they came out, I think that was their first championship they'd ever won. I think I'm not 100% sure on that. But if it wasn't, that's the first one they won in like 30 to 50 years or something like that, I'll say. But a team like that, pulling together, winning a championship. Jamal Murray had an ACL injury, came off it, and they found a way to go out there and win and piece it together. The Clippers can do the same thing. They really can. They can be a spitting image of a team like that. And I personally think if they had to face the Clippers now, I think the Clippers would beat them in a 7-game series, because if the Clippers play the way they're supposed to in regards to, just going out there, playing their game, and executing plays at a high level, and don't turn the ball over much. And the fact that they got Norman Powell coming off the bench with somebody like Rocco, who can guard position 1 through 5, it would make it a little difficult, for Denver. Not saying it would probably go 7 games, but it would be difficult. But either way, like I said, the Clippers, they definitely have an opportunity to win again this year. Their roster is pretty strong to me when I look at it from top to bottom. I would have liked to seen them add somebody like a Malcolm Brogdon. I think the Clippers are a little bit too sold on the James Harden thing, and I think they're overlooking more of a valuable piece like Malcolm Brogdon, who would come in there and give them something that James Harden wouldn't, which is hard-nosed gameplay, be there every day, being reliable, and a knockdown shooter, and somebody who's not going to be a diva. And so, that goes a long way in the locker room. And if I were the Clippers, I would definitely try to go after somebody like that. I would even actually try to make room and see if they can get Robert Williams III. I would actually maybe even try to get him. I'm not sure, but not saying that, if the price is right, if they're not asking for too much, yeah, I would probably do that. But either way, I think the team is pretty strong where they are. I got to see a little bit more out of Bones Highland to really know if that point guard position is really intact. I think that, overall, I think the team is good. Of course, I think the team can win a championship, of course. But with Kawhi being healthy, you always got a chance. And that's always, in the forefront to me. If Kawhi Leonard's healthy, I mean, you got a chance to win a championship, no doubt, because he's that type of player who can put a team on his back when he's healthy and carry you to the promised land. We saw him do it. A lot of people called him a system player years and years ago when he was with the Spurs, and he proved to the world there is no system in me. The only thing in me is greatness. And when we saw him do on Toronto, it's probably one of the greatest playoff runs we've ever seen in history of basketball. And the shot of all shots, that Game 7 shot, is probably the greatest shot we've ever seen in NBA history. So, I mean, just the dramaticness of it and everything. So my point is, Kawhi is big time when he's healthy, and there's no doubt about that. Even his haters, or one of his haters, Stephen A. Smith, has even had to say, he's even said on record himself, when Kawhi is healthy, it's not many players you're taking over him. It's not many players that you're going to sit there and say that he can't, go against and be a threat to him and possibly be a contender for a championship, because Kawhi is that good when he's healthy, and he is that dominant. So my thing is, if the Claw is healthy, if he says he's ready to go, we're going to hang our hats on that, and we're gonna ride with him, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully his body holds up, but we just have to see how that goes. I'm predicting that maybe he'll play, if he stays healthy, 60 to 65 games this year. That's about what he did with Toronto in 2019 when they came through and won the championship. He played just enough games to really get a rhythm with the team for everybody to understand where he was coming from and what he expected of them and what they expected out of him. And it all gelled and came together at the right time. And then in the playoffs, he came in and turned into a basketball god that he is, and he just looked like Michael Jordan. He's like fucking Jordan. That's all I can say. Like, when Kawhi is right, he looks like fucking Jordan. That's all I can say. Like it's Kawhi Leonard Jordan. Like Kendrick Perkins says. That's Kendrick Perkins' nickname for Kawhi is perfect, because that's what he looks like in the playoffs. Like, he just looks like he's just better and more dominant than everybody else. And the dominance and the killer mentality that he has drives him and his teams a lot further than what even some people think that he should go or his team should go. And I definitely believe that. So as long as we get that Kawhi, we're in good hands. But hopefully health is on his side, and hopefully all the rest, turns into championships after a while. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments, and we'll talk about it.